Explore the age of the dinosaurs. Discover what the prehistoric world was like and how it changed between when dinosaurs first appeared and the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. Non-bird dinosaurs lived between about 245 and 66 million years ago, in a time known as the Mesozoic Era. This was many millions of years before the first modern humans, Homo sapiens, appeared. Scientists divide the Mesozoic era into three periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. During this era, the land gradually split from one huge supercontinent into smaller ones. The associated changes in the climate and vegetation affected how dinosaurs evolved. All continents during the Triassic period were part of a single land mass called Pangaea. This meant that differences between animals or plants found in different areas were minor. The Triassic climate was relatively hot and dry, and much of the land was covered with large deserts. Unlike today, there were no polar ice caps. These fossils come from a dinosaur called Nyasasaurus. Its remains suggest that it may have been one of the very first dinosaurs. It was in this environment that the reptiles known as dinosaurs first evolved. Reptiles tend to flourish in hot climates because their skin is less porous than, for example, a mammal's skin, so it loses less water in the heat. Reptile kidneys are also better at conserving water. Toward the end of the Triassic, a series of earthquakes and massive volcanic eruptions caused Pangaea to slowly begin to break into two. This was the birth of the North Atlantic Ocean. At the end of the Triassic period, there was a mass extinction, the causes of which are still hotly debated. Many large land animals were wiped out, but the dinosaurs survived, giving them the opportunity to evolve into a wide variety of forms and increase in number. Lush vegetation grew in the Jurassic period, providing plenty of food for plant-eating dinosaurs, such as this Stegosaurus. A single land mass, Pangaea, split into two, creating Laurasia in the north and Gondwana in the south. Despite this separation, similarities in their fossil records show that there were some land connections between the two continents early in the Jurassic. These regions became more distinct later in the period. The large sauropod dinosaur Diplodocus lived in the Jurassic period. Explore other dinosaurs from the late Jurassic. The plentiful plant supply allowed the huge plant-eating sauropods, such as Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, and Brachiosaurus, to evolve. These are some of the largest animals to have ever walked the Earth. By the end of the Jurassic, their herds dominated the landscape. Temperatures fell slightly, although it was still warmer than today due to higher amounts of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Rainfall increased as a result of the large seas appearing between the land masses. These changes allowed plants, such as ferns and horsetails, to grow over huge areas. Some of this vegetation became the fossil fuels that we mine today. Elsewhere, there were forests of tall conifer trees such as sequoias and monkey puzzles. During the Cretaceous, the land separated further into some of the continents we recognize today, although in different positions. This meant that dinosaurs evolved independently in different parts of the world, becoming more diverse. Sauropods reached their largest sizes in the Cretaceous. The biggest were the titanosaurs. Patagotitan was a staggering 37.5 meters long. Other groups of organisms also diversified. The first snakes evolved during this time, and by the end of the Cretaceous, flowering plants were a much more common part of Earth's plant life. Various insect groups also appeared, including bees, which helped increase the spread of flowering plants. And mammals now included tree climbers, ground dwellers, and even predators of small dinosaurs. Sea levels rose and fell repeatedly during the Cretaceous period. At the highest point, there were many shallow seas separating parts of the continents we know today. For example, Europe was made up of many smaller islands. Thick layers of sediment built up at the bottom of these seas, and single-celled algae died, and their skeletons fell to the seabed.